This is part 2 of my last video. I promised y'all a pumpkin bread and how I make my caldo de albondigas. So that is what we're doing in this video. But before that, hi, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Jennifer, but everyone calls me Yenny. So I wanted to do this little bit of an intro because I am about to just hop right into the middle of this video because it's a continuation from the last video. So it might not make sense to just leave it without an introduction and then just hop right into like the middle of me doing other stuff. So let's get right to it, you guys. Let's make pumpkin bread and caldo de albondigas. And also a little side note, it is finally feeling a little bit like fall here in Texas. So just a little side note, I am wearing, finally I get to wear one of the thrifted pieces that I've been buying for fall. I haven't been able to wear anything because it has still been pretty hot around here. But with that being said, let's get started with this video. I hope you enjoy. All right, you guys, we are back home. It's 3:17. I gotta go get Jaden at 4:30. So I wanna go ahead and get some stuff ready and prepped so that I can get a little bit ahead before I go get him. I think I'm gonna start with the pumpkin bread. Okay, so I got a phone call. I don't remember what I was saying, but I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get the pumpkin bread going because I do want to put that in the oven at 4. I'm following a viral pumpkin bread recipe from Instagram, and she said that it took about an hour and a half for it to be completely done. So if I get it in at least at 4, I can still go get Jaden and come back, and it's still going to be plenty of time left. Should still have like 30 minutes left, so it's not going to burn. So let me do that. Also, I forgot to mention this pumpkin bread does have a brown sugar streusel on top of it, which I wasn't so sure about, but it's viral, so we're going to give it a try. And I have my oven preheating to 325 degrees. And the first thing that we're going to add to our bowl is going to be our can of pumpkin, half a cup of milk, half a teaspoon of vanilla, and half a cup of vegetable oil, and 2 eggs. So we're gonna get this mixed in first, whisk it, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. And to this, we're gonna add 1 cup of sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Next, we're gonna add half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. I grabbed the nutmeg. Let me get the pumpkin spice. Okay, half a teaspoon of pumpkin spice. Okay, we're gonna whisk this first and then add 1 3/4 cup of flour. Oh, this smells so good, you guys. It took on a richer color too. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna add my flour now and whisk it again. Okay, you guys, so my batter I think is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it into this loaf pan. She didn't say to prepare it any type of way, but I did spray it down with some butter flavored like non-stick spray. And this is a lot of batter. Okay, so I followed all of her steps, and to be honest, mine is a little more runny than what I remember hers being in the video, because once her batter was done, she kind of went over it like this with the little spatula and it held its form. And this is not. If I do anything with the spatula, it just like goes back out to like its original state. So we'll see. This seems a lot more liquidy, but I did everything I was supposed to, so we're just gonna keep going. The next thing I'm gonna do is make the streusel topping. I have another bowl here. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup brown sugar, a 1/4 cup melted butter, 2 tablespoons sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon pumpkin spice. So let me get my butter melted. I switched bowls because I just melted my butter in here. So to this, I'm gonna add my brown sugar, my 2 tablespoons of regular sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. You guys, I did everything she said to do, and a streusel is supposed to be crumbly. This is melty, very liquidy. Oh, I forgot I wrote on the back. Also to this, 1/2 cup of flour. Okay, I was like, there is no way. Look how liquidy this is. Okay, let me add 1/2 cup of flour. That was my bad, you guys. I was gonna leave a bad review on there. Okay, 1/2 cup of flour. That's more like it. It's like a very thick paste. So I'm going to crumble this on top of my pumpkin bread, on top of the batter. So we haven't put this in the oven yet. And I'm just gonna put it all on top. It seemed like a bit much when she was doing it, but I'm just gonna keep following it. I still feel like hers was a little bit more crumbly than this. This is more of like a paste, like a dough almost. Okay, you guys, so this is what our pumpkin bread looks like. It's very jiggly, you guys. I don't know about this, but it's 3:59 already, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in the oven and put the timer on for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So obviously I will let y'all know how that turned out. And while I still have like 30 minutes to get Jaden, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the salsa ready for the Caldo De Albondigas. So let me start doing that. So for my salsa, I have my blender here. I'm going to be adding 4 tomatoes. I'm gonna cut them in half so that they'll go all the way down to the bottom, because they kind of got stuck up at the top. So 4 tomatoes, and I would put 3, but I have some really small ones. I have 1 big one and 3 small ones, so I'm adding 4. I'm gonna add a 1/4 piece of onion. Again, I would add 2 garlic cloves, but I have some like really tiny ones, so I just have like a little few of them right here. A whole can of El Pato tomato sauce. 2 chipotle peppers. You can add how many, but these are pretty spicy, so I'm gonna add 2, and then some of the sauce. That's enough. 1 tablespoon each of the tomato bouillon and the chicken bouillon. Add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon pepper, and half a teaspoon of ground cumin. And the last thing I'm gonna add is 6 cups of water. This is filled to the top. I'm gonna cover this and blend it until it is smooth. Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, this is the right one. All right, guys, my salsa is done, so I'm just gonna set this to the side. It's time for me to go get Jaden, so I'm about to head out. The pumpkin bread still has an hour and 13 minutes. Jaden is just probably like 10, 12 minutes down the road, so I shouldn't be too long, and that should be fine. So let me set that to the side, and once we get back, I will start making the albondigas. All right, guys, I've been home for a little bit. I already have some rice going back there for the albondigas, and I went ahead and prepared my ingredients for them. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef in here. I have about 30 crackers, and I crushed them. I have some minced garlic, chipotle, cilantro, and onion. I have 2 eggs, and I am going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic salt, oregano, and black pepper, and half a teaspoon of salt and ground cumin. So I'm just gonna add all of this in here and mix it all together. I'm gonna use a spatula because now that I have nails, I don't wanna get my nails in there. So hopefully that'll work. If not, then we'll just have to dig in. Okay, you guys, we're gonna pause on the meatballs because my pumpkin bread has 36 seconds. So we are going to check that and make sure that it's cooked all the way and see how it turned out. My timer just went off, so let's check this. Okay, look at that. That looks good. Oh, and it smells so good. Now we gotta check and make sure that it cooked all the way. Oh, that's heavy. Let's stick a knife in there, see if it comes out clean. It did. I think it's ready, and it looks really good. So I'm gonna leave that to the side, let it cool down, and this is for dessert anyways. So I just wanted to get ahead because I know the albondigas are gonna take a long time, and once I'm done with dinner and making dinner, I am done. I am done for the day, and I just want to sit down and relax. So that's why I went ahead and made our pumpkin bread. And now I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my hands for this because I just can't do it with this spatula. So let me get in here and get this like all combined, well combined. All right, guys, and the next step is to form our meatballs. I'm just gonna use the cutting board that I was chopping my onion and my cilantro and the chipotle peppers so that I won't dirty up any more dishes. So let me get this right here and then I'll form my meatballs and place them in the bowl. Yeah. I have a pan here with some oil that's already heated up, so I'm about to start searing my albondigas. And then over here I have my rice is ready over here, and then I have another pot ready because that's what we're gonna this is the one we're gonna use to make our whole like caldo. So let's start searing these albondigas. I had a lot of meatballs, so I seared these in 2 batches. Okay, you guys, so here are all of my albondigas. And then now I have my pot over here. I'm gonna go ahead and add the sauce that we made and add 4 more cups of water. I'm gonna let that come to a simmer. Once it comes to a simmer, I'm gonna add my albondigas in. While this comes to a simmer, I'm gonna go ahead and chop my potatoes and my carrots. So my caldo is simmering over here. I did taste it and added a little bit more salt. I think it needed it. So I am going to add my albondigas in there now. I have all my albondigas in there. I'm gonna let this come to a boil and cook for about 15 minutes before I add in my carrots and my potatoes. Here is my carrots and potatoes. Those are all ready. And guess what I just noticed? I still have my oven on. After I added my meatballs, I did remove the little foam that kind of settled at the top. And after that cooked for about 15 minutes, I went ahead and added my potatoes and my carrots and just let that cook through probably another 15 or 20 minutes until my potatoes were tender. And it is ready. So to serve it, we add a little bit of rice to the bottom of the bowl. We load it up with the caldo de albondigas, and then me and my son like to add lime to it. My husband does not, so I didn't put any lime in his, just on mine and Jaden's. Okay, finally our caldo de albondigas is done. I'm gonna see if I can try it with y'all. It is very, very hot, but let's give it a try. So delicious. This is so good. And it's rainy outside, so the mood is right. It is so delicious, guys. This made a lot of caldo. I probably should have halved it because we're probably going to be eating this for the next couple of days. It made a lot. This is so good, you guys. Even if you already have like your own recipe, your own go-to recipe that you always make, give this a try. It is so delicious, so good. So good. We are gonna sit down and enjoy our dinner, and then after we're done, we'll cut into that pumpkin bread. We are all done with dinner, and now we are going to try this pumpkin bread. It feels very soft and moist, and it did cook all the way. I was a little worried about that, but it is cooked perfectly and it is so soft. So let's give this a try. It smells really good. That is good. That is really good. And I tried the bottom part that doesn't have the streusel. So let me take a bite of this streusel. That is so good. This is so good. I'm definitely making this again. It's so good. Babe, it's so good. It's better than Starbucks. It is late over here, late for me. As you know, I wake up super early. It's 7:30, so I am done. I am tired. I'm about to have some coffee. I have my water heating up over there for my coffee. I'm gonna go change, get comfortable, and we're gonna sit down, have some coffee, relax the rest of the night, and have some of this pumpkin bread. So as always, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give both of these recipes a try. These are both winners. The Caldo De Albondigas, that's the one I always make. So delicious every single time. And the pumpkin bread, this was the first time that I make this, and it is a winner. This is definitely one that I'm gonna keep making. That is gonna be it for tonight, you guys. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.